Hi, Zanzibar here. Welcome to the speed build for the iconic gamer room. More specifically, the Asmongold room we all remember. This room has a history of being made in games with the building system, so I wanted to take up the challenge of recreating it in WoW housing. No one asked for this, and I even got questioned, why? Why would I want to make this? Out of all the other things I could spend my time, gold, resonance crystals, and entire Alliance house on? Why this? And my answer to that is, I don't know. Because funny? Don't question my brain. I don't even understand it half of the time. Anywho, for this build, I used these pictures and the house tour video for all my inspo. My goal was to make it as real and recognizable as I possibly could, and I wanted you to feel like you were in the room all those years ago. Some parts I did not record and were made off camera, so if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. Anyways, enjoy some nice music and a little chatter as we go through my build. To start, I had to build the base of my creation. I used an empty stairwell room. I made the bottom floor a hallway leading up to the stairs. I wanted it to feel like you were walking up into the room. Spatial awareness was a key point in this build. For the walls, I chose Stormwind walls for their texture and scaled them up using the square brackets on my keyboard. When you scale the walls up, your camera and character clip through them. So to fix this, I just stick in a platform. I used more walls to make a vertical roof. For the beam, I chose the Orgrimmar beam platform because it's got a worn look. I cover the floor with circular woolen rugs, and I'll dye these a brownish color. To stimulate the light coming through the window, I used a metery window and a folk curtain to hide from the dreaded light. For the flag, I used the sides of doors and a crate. I'll finish this later. I I use home stone doormats for the desk. The desk has these silver curved legs, so I used several Suramar fences to get that look. I used paintings upside down for the keyboard, and then several elegant carved benches upside down for the keys. For the mouse, nothing special. Just an elegant seat cushion and wooded bug for the wheel. I made sure to add the lamp. I used Valdrakken chandeliers for the poles and elven barrels for the lampshades. For the single working light, I used a undermine alleyway sconce. There's a lot of extension cables in this room, so I just used some goblin string lights. My monitors are just paintings and fray-wooled benches. It's time for the magnum opus of the room. I used elven barrels and seat cushions to make the cups, and Gilnean pitchforks as the straws. I also used Stranglekelp sack upside down as bags, leftover undermine takeout, breast-plated storage barrels as my Dr. Pepper cans, and stoppered black potions as my A1 sauce bottles. I'll also add grass patches, blueberries, and leaf piles to emulate mold, mushrooms, or stains. Just adding random stuff for trash or to up the gross factor. I let my mind run wild. didn't record the gamer chair because I spent hours getting mad at it, but I was happy with this in the end. The curtain is supposed to be closed hanging off the side. The mic is 2 draining vents and a gnomish fence. I start the recliner and add some trash. I'm going to randomly add trash here and there from this point forward. The filing cabinet is a Revan dress storage crate. Make the pillow fort corner with cushions and priest pillows. I use many curtains as the blankets. Time for the Roach. Each Roach is 2 Borealis bottle lamps, 4 empty wicker baskets, and 2 grand elvid benches. Lots of precise angling here. I wanted to make a ton of these, but I could not. They cast off light and I don't want any more light in here. It's already ruining my immersion. I added wooden mugs to make the handles for the filing cabinets. I used Peon's work buckets for a much needed stank. I make the table from my inspo pick, with various piles of junk just stacked on it. I used Calderi stone fence posts as my smoke alarm and lamp base. The mini fridge is 2 Draenic fence posts clipped into each other, and a door for the hinges. The broken armchair is seat cushions and another Calderi fence post, and the legs are iron chandeliers. I finished the filing cabinet with wooden crates. I also finished a flag with silver moon beams, and I forgot to record, but I used cooking crafted item Predator's assortment as the stars. I make my rat using 5 wolf pelt rugs for the head and feet, 2 Arden wheeled hanging baskets for the body, and an empty wicker basket for the tail. I add some cobblestone for the cement patched ceiling. I also make a quick little air conditioning unit. To finish off the room, I dye everything. This took me about a week to make. However, about half of my time was spent brainstorming, farming or researching decor, and throwing ideas at the room before deleting and starting all over. I redid my trash piles at least 6 times, as an example. It's a labor of love and commitment that goes into all the amazing builds that you see others create. the downstairs, I make my receptionist area for visitors and the displays to highlight special iconic lore bits. I make the Ratclock first. He is a Snowfall tribe totem for the skull, and the body is Margrave's stitched leather rug, dragon skeleton head, as well as grass, blueberries, and peon buckets as the decay, and a wicker basket for the tail. The $2 steak is a bolt chair and cobblestone, and a caramel mint noodle dish as a spatula. I clip a brazier down for the searing effect. I was going to make a 1 million subscriber button here, but I opted to make a memorial for the parents. Something just told me it needed to be here. This is my first time trying to make art. I just wanted to make 2 smiling faces. And if you made it this far, the surprise bedroom. I watched the React stream and read many of the comments. So many wanted the bloody tooth wall, but it was not upstairs, it was in the bedroom. This room is based off the house tour video. I only make 1 shutter closet using mini paintings. I did not want to spend an hour making 4 of these. closet is dollar on post and several tied curtains as closed. For the wall, I use the bottom of grass as the blood for the bloody tooth wall stains. These curtains are supposed to be covering a window. I did not know what was in the corner of this room. I am not a lizard or live in the wall, like chat suggested, so I don't know everything. But I saw what I thought was a dresser and a TV, so I just added it to finish the room. And that's the end of my speed build. Whether you loved it or hated it, I hope it at least brought you a hearty chuckle. If you liked this speed build, please leave me a comment. I love reading each and every one. And, of course, like and subscribe for more WoW housing content. I look forward to your next visit. Happy building! Goodbye!